if you're just like me and you are very excited for the new MonsterVerse movie, Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, are you kidding me, bro? Yeah, you better run. Yeah, you better run. If if So with all the Godzilla boom going around, I've been wanting to play a Godzilla game again because I'm a lifelong Godzilla fan. So this is Kaiju Universe. This is a Roblox game that you can play on all the Roblox platforms, so PC, mobile, Xbox, PlayStation. So if you see my character, I'm freaking thermonuclear Godzilla, baby. Let's freaking go. He looks so sick. The models in this game are amazing. But if you want to be like me, well, you have to pay money for this character. This character is actually a Game Pass.
No!
But this isn't the strongest character in the game. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to start your journey in Kaiju Universe, what you should be doing, the tips that I followed that I found out worked for me, and how I got one of the strongest characters in the game, and how you can get whatever Kaiju you want in Kaiju Universe. So let's get into it. Alright, so once you join the game, you are on this main menu screen, and you're going to want to go ahead and click Kaijus. And you see the starting kaiju is Gigan, but the game gives you enough G cells, which is the currency in this game, to buy Gojira, which is the original Godzilla. So Gigan is a great starter kaiju because he can fly, so he can fly away from fights and everything, which is awesome for new players to like try to learn the game and everything. But Gojira is a much better option for starting out, so I would recommend starting with Gojira. And if you want, you can even join the Kaiju Universe group and get Megalon for free. So either Gojira or Megalon or Gigan. Those are your three choices. They're all pretty good. It's just whatever. I would recommend Gojira though because he's needed for some later progression. So again, I would say Gojira is the most solid all around and probably the most fun since you're playing a Godzilla game, you know. Megalon, I'm pretty sure is the best out of the three, like in terms of like how good they are actually, and Gigan is probably the best one for just complete beginners. Again, they're all good for beginners, but just keep that in mind when you make your choice. Alright, so once you pick a kaiju, go ahead and click play, and it's going to ask you where you want to spawn. So Isla de Mara is a pretty good place because there's usually not many people there. You don't really want to spawn somewhere where there's a lot of people when you're just beginning with a really low level kaiju, because you kind of want to learn the kaiju and learn their moves, see your abilities, what you're capable of, and maybe level up a little bit before you go fight people. So go ahead and spawn at Isla de Mara, or just, honestly, if there's people at Isla de Mara, just spawn somewhere else. Just make sure you see where not a lot of people are and try to spawn there. So the very core fundamentals of the game are very basic. So you have your moves, so you can use your moves, and your moves will take charge. You have a health bar, you have an XP bar. The XP bar goes up when you destroy buildings and you attack players and everything. Your HP goes down as you get hit, yada yada, you know. Very basic stuff. So now that we're ready to start leveling up, we have to ask ourselves, how do we level up? How do we get new monsters? And the answer is, you know, pretty simple. So if you destroy buildings, you get G cells, which you use for getting other monsters, and you also get XP. So with the XP that you get, you're building towards leveling up, and every 5 levels you get a stat point, or a skill point I should say. And I'll go more in depth maybe in a little bit in the video or in another video, but basically you're just going to want to put everything into damage at the start. That's the basic tip that I've gotten a lot, that I've seen people say, is just do damage, and it seems to work out the best. So yeah, just up your damage with the stats that you get. Again, every 5 levels you return to the menu, you go to your Godzilla, you click skill points, and then you put them in damage. You know, pretty self-explanatory. But the fastest way to get XP through buildings is you have to really look and make sure you're using the correct move to get the most XP, because certain moves aren't going to get you as much XP as others will, right? So, for example, usually big stomp moves don't really give you all that much XP because they're huge AoE moves. Your beam can give you a pretty good amount of XP, but I think the best way is typically the 1 and 2 moves. The claw moves, like usually like the claw swipes or whatever, the punches, right? And then the tail whips. Those give the best XP for buildings. So what you're really trying to do is, I know you. I know you, Billy. You're a Monsterverse fan, aren't you? You want that big boy. That lizard. You know? You want that juiced up Godzilla 2014, bro. I know you. I know you. So you want him, right? So you're going to need to go ahead and farm up the 20,000 G cells that is needed to get him. So you might be wondering to yourself, like, I've been destroying buildings for a good, 30 seconds. And I only got like 100 G cells, bro. Like, how do I get 20,000? You know, that sounds like a lot. And let me tell you, bro, it's not that much, trust me. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to this main menu here. Click on this missions tab, all right? So my missions are going to look a little different than yours. You're going to want to see these missions, and whatever it says to do, you got to do that, bro. And so when you do that, when you do all of them, you come back to this main missions menu right here, and you click claim, right? You claim all of them, and you're going to get over half the G cells you need, probably, just from that alone. And these reset every day, and they're going to give you more every day that you play, bro. So you keep doing these missions, bro. I'm telling you. And then when you're out of missions, you know what you want to do? You can go back to destroying your buildings or whatever. Or you just go get the smoke with whoever you want. You go beat people up, bro. I'm telling you, man. If you just go jump people, if you just destroy them, I mean annihilate them. Or don't. You can lose too. That's okay. You're still going to get a lot of G cells by losing. But that's how you do it, bro. That's what you got to do. Alright, so after buying Godzilla 2014, you're going to want to level him up to level 20 at least, which is going to take some grinding, but it's not too hard, especially if you're doing your daily missions, and then you also destroy buildings, and then you start fighting players, you're putting your stuff in the damage, whatever it is that you're doing. As long as you're following this tutorial, of course. You should get there pretty quickly. So, you want to get Godzilla 2014 to level 20. And by then, you should have enough, but maybe you don't. So, remember, don't just be spending all your G cells on whatever monster, you know. I mean, you can play however you want to. You know, that's not the most efficient way. So, if you're wanting to go fast, this is how you're going to want to get strong fast. You can go ahead and buy Godzilla 2019 here. Here he is in all his glory. I'm going to take away this health stat and put it in the damage. Let's go. Big damage on top. Alright, so after you buy Godzilla 2019... the best moves for farming on buildings, again, 1 is good, 2 is good. 3 is also good, surprisingly, for this Godzilla. But you might notice this Godzilla has a different sort of like bar there. It's like a radiation bar. So that's going to go up as you destroy buildings, as you fight other monsters, right? That's going to go up. And basically what it's doing is it's buffing your moves. And when you use your atomic breath, if you have any of that radiation, it's going to use up that radiation, but in turn make your atomic breath stronger. And then what it also does is it gives you access to 2 new like abilities. So first is the 5 move, the Stomp. And that Stomp is pretty damn strong. It's good for if you're at a range from your opponent and they're not quite able to claw you and hit you, but you're close enough so that the Stomp can connect. That's a pretty good situation for it. And then you have the, I believe it's called the Everlasting Will. And it's basically a heal. So you use, I believe, 50 of your radiation. And you get like a pretty sizable like buff. I'll have it on screen. You get a pretty good buff in your heal and everything, and of your HP, I should say. So you just get healed, right? And that's about it for Godzilla 2019. He's really cool. He's one of my favorite monsters to play as. You're going to need to level him up a lot in the future for Monster Zero. And Monster Zero, he's one of the best kaiju in the game. He is one of the top tier strongest. But that's not where we're going. What we're going to be trying to do is getting Godzilla 2019 to level 30. And also Godzilla 2014 to level 30. And then on top of that, we need 125,000 G cells. And once you get all that together, you can get Godzilla 2021. And Godzilla 2021, the guy who fought King Kong and won, lived to tell about it. You know, type beat, the GOAT, the king of the monsters, him personified, the big man, the real juiced lizard. He's up there, bruh. He's pretty good. He's like an A tier kaiju. Now there is an S tier above him. He's not the best kaiju in the game, but he's up there, bro. He's really strong. And honestly, that's who you should be aiming for when you first start playing, is Godzilla 2021. Alright, so when I was recording this video, I actually did not even have Godzilla 2021, but I kept my grind up, bro. I kept going. I did not want to be a fraud. I did not want to tell you guys how to get a character that I don't myself have. I'm gonna live by my own words, and I did the grind, guys, and it was not that bad. Following the tips in this video, it was not that bad, and I got Godzilla 2021. Here's my first time buying him and everything, my first time using him. I'll show you some of the cool, fights I got into, and that's about it for this video. I genuinely think that this guide is going to be very helpful for you if you follow it, listen to all the advice I give. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this is a different game. I love Godzilla almost as much as I love Dragon Ball, so if you have seen my channel before, Dragon Ball, I would love it if you checked out the Godzilla stuff. If you're here from Godzilla Kaiju Universe stuff, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoyed my company and everything. I want to make more videos like this, so please support the video. Let me know what you liked about it. Let me know what more Kaiju Universe stuff you want to see in the future, and I will see you guys next time.